Hi there, Jonny here from JonnyLipshamStudios.co.uk, and in this video we're going to do something that I have been promising that I would do for probably about 6 years, and that is studio tour. The last studio tour I did was in the previous house that we had way back in 2018, and that space that we had was a wee bit bigger than this one, but this one is actually decent sized as well. It's maybe a wee bit smaller, but it's not as small as the first studio that I had when I did the studio tour back in 2014, 15 and 17. Those studio tours, if you've not checked those out, go and check those out in this particular playlist, and you'll see how my studio has developed over pretty much the last 10 years. You'll see the changes have been pretty dramatic. But anyway, to today's tour. I hope you enjoy it. Check it out. I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now. All right, here we are, standing at the back of the studio so you can get an overview of how the studio looks. Looks pretty good, especially in this blue. With the LED lights. So let's get into this tour. As you can see, the room is actually reasonably sized. If I just pan over to the side there and then pan over to the other wall, you can see it's actually a reasonable size. So let's get straight into it. So let's take you over and we'll do a horseshoe kind of view. So at the bottom here is my fridge. At the moment it's got milk in it, but it also has beers in it sometimes as well. On the bottom keyboard we have the Clavier Nord Stage 88, which I've had since 2006, and that basically does all my piano, electric piano, Hammond organ, and some analog synth kind of sounds. And I'll be really honest, this is an absolute beast. Served me extremely well. I love it. And on the top there is the granddaddy of all keyboards. This is the Yamaha QS300 that I have had since 1993, would you believe? So it's like 30 something years old now. It's pretty awesome. It has survived being run over by a truck. And the only thing that doesn't work is the little floppy disk drive, which is right at the end here, this guy here. That doesn't work anymore. It won't read a thing, but the keypad works pretty well, and I use that for all of my MIDI stuff. I don't use it to trigger the onboard sounds because, let's face it, the onboard sounds are very 1990s, so unless I'm doing something retro, I don't use the onboard sounds. Okay, let's move around. And over here we've got the PreSonus Monitor Station version 2. I've had this guy for a good long time. I've had this since 2016, and basically all the audio goes through that and into various sets of headphones, and also into these guys here. These are the PreSonus Eris 6 Pros. They are fantastic. I absolutely love them. I have a pair of ring lights. There's one. You'll get to see the other one in just a minute. And we have the Rode NT1A, which is my my main microphone. I have a bunch of microphones, but that's kind of the main one that I use for pretty much everything. And behind him is the Studio Live 32SC, which is really, really cool. I love this. This is my main mixer. I use it in DAW mode predominantly, but I also use it for doing Metro mixing as well, so I can mix my church's live services from here without having to actually go there if I don't really want to, or if I'm sick or something. And then we've got the fader ports, the black one, the V2, replacing my silver one, which I had for many, many years, and it's pretty awesome. And we've got this Studio 1824C. This is my main interface. And as you can see, I'm actually talking very near my microphone, so you can see it peeking away. And then I've got on top of that various toys that my son has kind of brought into my studio at various times and to keep me company. And of course, Very important item right there. PreSonus bottle opener. Very, very cool. And of course I'm using Studio One, which I have used now for just over 10 years. And there is the other PreSonus speaker and the other light. And there's my second screen. And let's move on over to this side. And on this side we have my Mac, my iMac 2019. And I've got this very, very cool mouse mat, which I got with the launch of Studio One version 3. Then we have the Atom SQ underneath that. So this makes for a great little testing station for testing Mac issues. And there's my printer, and I've got a nice blue mug on there, and an air freshener because it gets a bit stuffy in here sometimes. And I'll show you this. This is a clock. My wife got me that for Christmas a couple of years ago. It's not 3 o'clock. The battery has run out on that. Ignore the spray can there. Printer. And then below that we've got the pretty brand spanking new Toolmaster Pro from Fender. This is really new to me. I've only really got into playing with this the last couple of weeks. It's fantastic. Really, really great. Even though it's only got the one bass amp setting, hopefully they will introduce more. And there's my work laptop. And then here is my tea making station. And fun fact, by the way, as you'll see here, there's a PreSonus mug here. Wait, big finger. PreSonus mug there, and then over there we've got a Fender mug. These guys have been sat here like this since well before Fender purchased PreSonus, acquired PreSonus, and so that was predicting that whole thing for like ages, and nobody really noticed. And so to the stuff at the back, you've got my my Jaco Pastorius Bass of Doom Fender Jazz Bass fretless. And then in this case here, this is my fretted bass, which is kind of out on loan to my daughter at the moment because she likes to play bass. She's learning at the moment. And then I've got some woodwinds in here. This is mostly flutes with a melodica as well. And there's some other gear under there. And then let's take a look at the top here as we come round. So the bottom case is my wife's alto sax, and on top of that is my flugelhorn. I play my flugelhorn probably more than my wife plays her saxophone, but we do play them both. And then down at the bottom here we've got my snare drum, which I've had for 45 years. It's a Pearl piccolo snare drum. It's very, very nice. And then I've got I've got a PreSonus backpack there and another couple of bags, and those have all got cables in them. I just haven't really found any space for cables yet. Oh, and I forgot to mention, there's my daughter's ukulele. She loves playing her ukulele. And that's pretty much all there is to it. If I go back and back myself into the corner, slamming my back into the door is always a good thing to do. And so there we go. That's pretty much how my studio looks in 2024. The newest items really are the Eris Pro 6s. They are fantastic speakers. I love those. I had the Eris E5s before that. They were great speakers as well. My dad now has those. But the Pro 6s are fantastic. I thoroughly recommend them. So anyway, that's it for the studio tour. If you have enjoyed this, please hit the like button. Please also subscribe if you have not done so yet, and also hit that notification bell. Select all notifications so you don't miss things like this video and other videos I've got coming for this year, and also so that you don't miss out on my shows. I have 2 live stream shows, one on Sunday for Sunday Night Live at 6 p.m. Central Time, and also on Wednesday, Songwriting Simplified at the same time, 6 p.m. Central. So if you have really enjoyed this, then please do leave comments on what you liked in my studio. And until then, I'll see you in the next video or the next show, folks. Bye for now.